So, you think someone might be secretly plotting against you? Or maybe you're just paranoid. Either way, it's worth investigating. In reality, life isn't always sunshine and rainbows, and sometimes the person you least expect is harboring a little bit of, let's say, unfriendly feelings toward you. Don't panic. If you feel like someone might be your secret enemy, you're not alone. Friends turning into foes is a classic tale, whether it's the work colleague who suddenly keeps forgetting your name or the friend who accidentally insults your taste in music. But how do you know if someone is secretly plotting against you? Here are 7 sneaky ways to tell if someone might actually be your enemy. Let's dig into it. Compliments feel like dagger throws. We've all been there. Someone compliments you, but the words don't quite feel right. You know the type. Wow, you look so nice today. But it's said with a tone like they just stepped in something nasty. Or that looks great on you, as if they've just personally insulted your entire sense of fashion. If you feel like every compliment is secretly a passive-aggressive dig, your so-called friend might be holding a grudge they haven't told you about. It's like a backhanded slap disguised as a high five. You know, that moment when someone says, "You're so good at this," for someone with no experience. If their praise consistently feels more like a faintly veiled insult, they might not be as friendly as you think. Accidentally forgetting important things about you. How do you feel when someone forgets your birthday? Annoyed, right? But when someone forgets everything about you, the things that are important to you, it's not just forgetfulness, it's more like a subtle form of emotional sabotage. It's the friend who doesn't remember your favorite coffee order, your big work presentation, or that important personal milestone you were so proud of. One slip up? Fine. But when it's a pattern, it's not an accident. It's as if they're trying to erase you from their mental map. They're not actively being mean, they just don't care enough to remember the details that matter to you. This is a sneaky way of telling you, "You're not that important to me, and that's it." Too busy when you need them most. You're in a bind. Maybe you need someone to help you move, or you're just looking for a shoulder to cry on. You reach out to your friend and they're mysteriously too busy. Again. And it happens over and over. When things are going well for you, they're right there, eager to bask in your glow. But when you're going through a rough patch, suddenly they're swamped with work or in the middle of something super important. This is one of the more classic signs that someone might not be your friend after all. Friends are there for each other during the good and bad times. Enemies? Not so much. Make sure you're subscribed. 'Cause who needs enemies when you've got awesome friends who send you content like this? Hit that bell too, so you'll never miss a single sneaky sign that someone's secretly plotting your downfall. Don't worry, we're on your side. They throw shade at your success. Now, this is the one that really stings. We all know that one person who seems so happy for you on the surface. But the minute you mention a win, whether it's getting that promotion at work, launching your own business, or just buying a new pair of shoes, they have this funny way of throwing shade. It's like they're trying to convince you that your success doesn't matter, or worse, that you don't deserve it. It's subtle. Maybe they'll say, "Oh, nice. But I'm sure you didn't really work for it," or "Yeah, I heard about that promotion. I think they just liked you more than me." It's the type of response that makes you question if they're genuinely happy for you, or if they're bitter and secretly hoping you fail. They subtly compete with everything you do. Remember that time your friend had to one-up you, even when you were just casually talking about your weekend plans? You casually mention how great your last vacation was, and suddenly they're telling you about their trip to Bali with perfectly synced yoga sessions and spontaneous mountain climbing. What's even better? They make sure to highlight how much better their experience was than yours. You're not even allowed to have a simple win. If they're always comparing themselves to you, that's not a good sign. They're competing with you, and worse, they're trying to make you feel small in the process. They're jealous of your other friends. This one is a bit more subtle, but if someone is constantly trying to divide your attention between them and your other friends, that's a sign they might be feeling competitive, and not in a healthy way. A true friend celebrates your other relationships. Someone who secretly dislikes you might try to manipulate you into distancing yourself from others. It's like that one friend who, whenever you're out with other people, suddenly gets super possessive and says, "Why didn't you invite me? Or I thought we were best friends?" It's not about missing you, it's about making sure you don't get close to anyone else. They take pleasure in your discomfort. This one is the most obvious sign that someone might secretly be your enemy. It's when they smile a little too wide when something goes wrong for you. They might laugh it off as a joke, but you can tell they're really enjoying your pain. It's like watching a cat knock something off a table and then the cat just sits there, smugly watching it break. Yeah, not good. If they're genuinely getting enjoyment out of your struggles or mistakes, it's no longer friendly rivalry, it's malicious behavior. If you've noticed any of these signs in someone, it might be time to reconsider that friendship. It's always better to keep a healthy distance from people who are secretly rooting against you. You deserve friends who support you, not ones who secretly wish for your downfall. Remember, friends should make you feel uplifted, not insecure or bad about your successes. Keep an eye out for these sneaky signs because sometimes the person you least expect could be your biggest secret enemy. And hey, don't worry, no one is that good at hiding their true feelings forever. So go ahead, give yourself a pat on the back. You're already one step ahead.